So in this section we are going to troubleshoot the IP networks. Troubleshooting means when you are trying to connect to any system and you are not able to make the communication. The work of the network administrator only to make the connectivity between the two systems. Means when you are running the ping command and getting the reply from here, it means your work or your job has been done. This is the work of the network administrator. Now other things will be done by the other person. So in this section we will discuss about how to troubleshoot the IP networks if you are getting the problem. So if you are not able to reach the network, you are not able to make the communicate with the network device or the other end device, including the PC, including the switches, including the router. Switches and router are the network devices, networking devices, and the PC and the server is an AND device. So first is the problem may be possible of the hardware failure. It is, yes. If there is any type of the hardware failure, hardware failure means switch is not working, router is not working. So it is considered as a hardware failure. If hardware is not properly working or having the issue, then you cannot, then the device cannot make the connection. And also the other type of the power issue. Power issue means one is spikes or the surge spike or the burnout or the power failure. So if for the example there is a one switch and here is 24 devices are connected and this is getting the power supply. If there is a power supply interrupted, so all the 24 devices cannot communicate with each other, neither can communicate with the out of the network. So to solving this power issue, the most of the companies are using the UPS, and I hope all of you know about the UPS, interrupted power supply. When the companies are using the UPS, there is not a 1 millisecond interruption of the power supply. For the example, you are getting the electricity and electricity is off. So your UPS has a backup for a little bit time to make your devices on until you will not start your generator or other type of the power supply till the backup or the UPS will provide the backup. Another is a hardware failure issue. In a hardware failure issue, some things are considered. One is a device. Device is considered as a hardware. It may be the switch or it may be the router. And there is also hardware failure considered is a fault of the cables. If any cable is faulty, broken, not working, burning, or anything happened with the cable, so it will be considered the cable hardware failure. Hardware adapter is not working. If driver not installed properly, so there is a possibilities your hardware will not work. Means yes, hardware is there, but a driver is not there, so hardware failure will be considered. Check the modules, adapters, sitting and try the rebooting. Once you will reboot the device, it will be reach in a same state. But the interface status issue can be identified with the light, blinking light or the green light, orange light. or red light. So every adapter has a light. Sorry. By using the light, having means if there is a red light means the problem with the adapter. Maybe adapter is down, the red light will blink. Either proper driver is not installed, so red light will be displayed. If the both are working, then the green light will be blink. Green light have also two stages. One is just lighting and blinking. When it is start the blinking, it means it is working properly, sending the data, but may be possible not receiving the data. Means if green light is blinking on your adapter, it means there is a problem on other side. So these are the issues of the hardware failure, where you can identify this is the problem with the hardware or the problem of the logical problem. And the logical problem will consider is a IP configuration issue. If your hardware is working proper, so there is a possibilities of the hardware failure, IP configuration failure. Your hardware is working properly, fine. So there is a possibilities of the configuration issue. So what are the configuration issue? Maybe incorrect IP address, incorrect subnet mask, or incorrect the DNS. So how you can check? So how you can check? Simply using the ipconfig, ifconfig in a Linux, IP in a Linux. So you can use these commands and check the proper configuration. If the proper configuration is not there, so you need to do the proper configuration. Another type of the logical issue is a duplicating of the IP address or the MAC address. For the example, you have the any IP configuration for this 10.0.0.10, but this device is not connected with the switch, and you have provided the IP address is 10.0.0.10, and this device is connected to the switch. This adapter already configured and you have just connect with this, so they will conflict and they will not work properly. Also there is a problem of the MAC addresses if having the same MAC address, or by using like same MAC address entry happen in a ARP cache. So there is a possibilities of the issue will be reached. So ARP cache having the same IP or the same MAC address, so you can use the simple command is ARP-A for checking the ARP table on the device. So duplicate MAC address. Why duplicate MAC address is there? Now question is that because IP address is possible, it may be the possible duplicate. I have given the example previously. But how the MAC address is possible to duplicate? There is some type of the attack happened, then there is a possibilities of the duplicate MAC address. It is called ARP spoofing attack. We will discuss later about it. To identify the real host address by using the ARP cache or delete the memory or use the switch MAC address table to find out the real IP address, real MAC address. Okay. Now if everything is fine, so how will you resolve, or what are the method to resolve the problem? Resolve the problem. How you will find out the problem? First, here is some steps you need to follow out this step. First you need to ping with the loopback. Means what you will do? Ping 127.0.0.1. If you are pinging with the loopback adapter, it means your adapter is correct. Now ping the host. any host. Means try to ping your own IP address. Whatever your own IP address, try to ping it. If getting the ping, very nice. Now try to ping with the gateway. Gateway IP means default gateway, whatever the default gateway set on your device, ping with it. When it is okay, then you will move the next forward. Try to ping with the remote host with the IP address. If you are pinging, then then try with the host name. Host name means try to the ping space google.com. Any name. If you are getting okay, then you will establish the connection. Here ping the loopback. If not pinging with the loopback, your adapter is not working. Adapter failure. Ping with the host, any host. If you are not able to ping in a local area network, there is a possibilities of your router or the ARP or something. Ping the gateway. If you are not able to ping the gateway, it means there is a problem between your system and the gateway system. That is the reason you are not able to ping. So until you will not ping with the gateway, you cannot ping the out of the gateway. So check for it. Ping with the remote host. If you are putting the IP address and you are able to ping with the remote host and you are not able to ping with the host name, there is a problem with the DNS. So check the DNS configuration, flush the DNS, maybe problem with the cache. After that, you can establish connection means open your browser, then access the google.com. So this is actually the process which you need to follow out and get the problem resolved. So how you can check the incorrect DNS issue? If there is a incorrect DNS server address configuration, then you cannot make the communication out of the network. So how you can check? For the example, you have putting the DNS server IP address is that. So you will try to ping this. If you are able to ping this, it means your DNS configuration is properly N1. How to check the DNS configuration? I have told you already using the ipconfig/all. But how you can check in a Linux? Then you need to run this particular location. You need to go in this location and check what is the actually the DNS configuration in a Linux. So how you can check the DNS configuration in a Linux? You just need to log in here and you need to run this etc resolve.config command and hit enter. And you can see there is a name server is 192. This is the actually default gateway IP address working as a DNS server, and a name server for the IPv6 is there. Okay, if you are not able to ping with the google.com, it means there is a issue with your DNS server. Okay. So this is all about how you can find out or check the IP address configuration for this.